Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to share with you a very important part of how to analyze tenants' financial positions. If this is something that you are interested, particularly you are looking to buy a commercial property, this video is going to help you to understand that how you can assess tenants' financial position even though you do not have their financial statement, even though you don't have their cash flow statement. And later on, I'm going to give you an example where you can see how these things fits out. If you want to know, then stick around. Alright, if you want to become a landlord, you want to buy a commercial property, it is very important to understand that what is tenant doing and what is their business and how strong is their cash flow. Now, in order to understand, you need to dig deeper and need to find out more about commercial property and more importantly, more about tenants' business. Now, if the tenants hands over their financial return, the last 2 years and their cash flow statement, of course you would be able to understand that how much money they're making and it will be easy. But most of the tenants are not going to give it to you because they're obliged to give it, so that you need to do the reverse calculations you need to go through. So in this case, let's look into a concrete example. Let's say we are analyzing a petrol station. Now the petrol station is, as we know, there are two main parts of the petrol station, right? Two main businesses. One is that they sell fuel, and then there is shop sales, which is the stuff that you buy after putting the fuel. You go, you buy some stuff to eat. You can buy things, in any petrol station you see there are a lot of stuff that they are selling. So there are two parts, right? So the first thing that you need to look into in a petrol station is what is the fuel sales, how many liters that they are selling per day. Now, how would you get that? If you are a landlord or if you are analyzing a property, then there are two ways, right? You can talk to that owner and ask them that, hey, how much per day fuel do you think that you are selling? And they'll give you that average, right? Or there is another thing, something called what is called SIRA report, SIRA report, and that generally tenants provides to the landlord. So if you want to buy a property, so you talk to the previous owner or previous that, hey, can you give us the last 3 months SIRA report or last 6 months SIRA report that you have got? And if they say, oh, we don't have it, ask them to get it from the tenant and pass it on to you. So technically you can get that SIRA report. That SIRA report says that every single day or like the whole month, it's generally monthly, how much fuel that they actually put into the tank and how much they have taken out. And it's on daily basis, it has been calculated, it's been put together. So from there, you know that how many liters of fuels that they're selling on an average. Let's say if you calculate, because petrol station is always on, which means like 30 days in a month. And let's say if they are like 60,000 liters divided by 30 days is 2,000 liter per day. 65,000 liter divided by 30 days, 2,200, whatever the calculation, you can do it, right? So that's one thing. You can ask them or you can get that SIRA report. Once you get that information, then what you need to do is that you need to know how much percentage profit that they keep per liter. In this, let's say 10 cents, 5 cents, whatever. Again, you can ask them and you can see the benchmark, you can see the industry standard. You would be able to, if you do a quick research, you'd be able to see that most of these petrol station owners, they generally get to keep about 10 cents, 8 to 10 cents per liter. They get, sometimes they might get 20, depends on where it is. And sometimes they might get, even if they are competitive, they are trying to get more business, it could be even 7 cents as well. So average 10 cents. So the 10 cents, that means if it is 2,000 liter, means they are getting about $200 per day as the fuel sale. Remember, in a petrol station, the fuel sale is not the everything. In fact, that's the minimum because their main income is from shop sales. So then the second thing that you need to look into the shop sale, and this is why it's a bit tricky to understand how much shop sales that is happening. And one thing is, of course, again, you can ask them. And the second thing is, of course, you can do kind of an average or mystery. Maybe you can go and talk to them and understand. You go once on a Sunday, you go on a Tuesday and see kind of average, like, you spend there for 2 hours and you say this much of sales that is happening. Is way of doing the reverse calculation. But when you talk to the tenant, you ask them, oh, how much of sales that it's happening, why it is. And most people they love talking, tenants would love to talk to you. If you ask them the right question, they are going to answer you. So it's just, you want to know, because you can say, look, I'm planning to buy this property. I just want to understand understand how I can help you, what is happening, and more importantly, you are gauging is how much they are making, through soft sales. And again, if let's say they say that, oh, $500 per day is the soft sales average, then the next question would be, okay, is this every month, or during Christmas time it is slow, or during this time it is high? And throughout the year you can see that yearly, because you need to calculate that yearly cash flow divided by 12, that's monthly cash flow, because some month it is going to be less, some month it is going to be more. It depends on what's happening in that area, what's happening in particular season and particular month. So the bottom line is that you go through this and you get this how much cash flow through the soft sales. So then you do an add up and see that, okay, their total income per day is this much. If their total income per day, let's say $1,000, means they are earning about $30,000. Now again, once you know that $30,000 they are earning, then you need to do that, okay, how many percentage, is it 20%, is it 30% they can pay as a rent plus outgoings? Then you can see that, okay, are they making money? Because every petrol station's owner, they want to make money, because that's why they're doing business. So if you do that calculation, you say that yes, they are making money, then it makes sense to go ahead. But on the other side, if you see that they're not making money, there is no margin, then sooner or later they are going to cut corners, they're going to find a way not to pay rent, and they're going to ask you to give you reduction. When you bump up the rent, they're going to say that, oh, I cannot pay these, and all sort of things that's going to happen. So one thing that you need to see is that how much is the soft sale, how much is the fuel, and then also you need to see that what is the projection. Are they increasing? Are they, is there a chance that they will be increasing the soft sales? Perhaps they have taken the site, they're doing things, maybe they're building a kitchen and they're going to start serving hot food, and as a result the soft sales is going to go up. And all these things calculation, you need to see that if they are going to make money. Remember the mantra, if they make money, they will pay the rent, no question about that, because they came for the business, they want to do business, they want to make money. If they make money, they will pay the rent, because they want to stay in that premise. And the vice versa is also true. If they don't make money, they will try to find a excuse of moving out, and they are going to start asking the landlord to give some sort of rebate so that they can afford and they can do the business. So you need to do these calculations and you need to come up with an absolute figure that yes, they're making money, and conclude. Don't just guess, do this calculative approach, do understand that whether the tenant is making money or not, and through that you can calculate the cash flow statement, you can calculate their financial statement, and be able to be in a position to say that yes, I want to buy this petrol station because it is a lucrative position, because tenant is making money, I'm going to get the rent. I hope it gives you an idea about how you can analyze tenant's position, how you can analyze tenant's cash flow, how you can analyze tenant financial return, particularly for a petrol station. If you like this video, please subscribe this channel, turn the notification bell on, and more importantly, like this video so that it actually reaches to more people. I create these videos for you. I want to help you in a way that you, when you're buying a commercial property, you take that in an informed decisions. And this channel is completely free. There is no kind of by just subscribing you have to pay for it or anything. So please subscribe this. It will really help me and it motivates me a lot to create more videos like this. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.